Hello everyone, Catweazle here, welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of Arkham Horror 2nd edition and the Dust to Dust scenario where we're just about to start episode 10 and amazingly I managed to catch all of my errors in episode 9 and I don't think I missed any, so we can get straight on with episode 10. Again, it's Tommy Muldoon who's our first player, so let's get straight across to the upkeep phase. And here we are at the upkeep phase with Tommy. First things first, yes, the old dust deck. So there's only 3 cards left now, but we'll roll a die as normal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See which one that we pick up. And it's 5 and 6, so it's the last one here. So let's have a read. The endless dreams of terrified anticipation began to take their toll on me. The dark rings under my eyes and shaking hands telling the tale to any who bothered to look. Lose 1 sanity, do not pass the first player token this turn. So we've dodged the bullet again. And we're back to the whatever the really good card is, where we shuffle everything back in, and the bad card, which means we move on to the 3rd and final deck. So those are the only 2 left. Put those back up here. Okay, as regards what happened in the Mythos phase last turn, we were allowed to move all of our sliders. I don't think I've actually moved Tommy's because I'm happy with where they are. They're fine. So, and he's not going to move them now during the upkeep phase because he's going to save his focus and use the terrible old man. And that's going to give him an extra sanity. So we'll take 2 away and give him a 3. And so he goes up to 5. There we go. And then he's going to use his healing stone because he can use it for sanity as well as stamina. And he's going to get his sanity back up to 6. So he is now fully healed, which is great news. So there we go. So he should be able to hand that off at some point to somebody who really needs it. That is it for him. He's going on a bit of a trip. And then he'll be coming back to Kingsport. So who's after Tommy Muldoon? It's Zoe Samaras. And here we are with Zoe. She's got the blue die because she's got a roll for a blessing. So we'll get rid of that. And anything but a 1, please. A 2. Whoa, that was close. That was close, but we've still got it, which is great news. Okay, as regards last Mythos phase, I actually moved her fight and will to where it should have been. So I've just moved a fight down to 1 and a will up to 4. It just helped with her horror checks. Right, so we've done that. And is there anything else? We've refreshed everything, the map of Arkham, Skullcrackers. So she's ready to go. That's it for Zoe. Next up is Agnes. And here we are with Agnes. No great changes here. Haven't changed any of these. We're not going to change them during upkeep either. And yeah, she's just ready to go. Agnes is fine. Let's move on to Norman. And here we are with Norman. And during the Mythos phase, last turn, when we were allowed to move the sliders, we did decide to move his sliders quite a bit. His speed and sneak has gone to 0 and 4. His fight and will have gone to 0 and 4. And I've moved his law and luck down. His law shows us 4 there, but he does have -1, so that's 3. So his luck and law are actually 3 and 3. And he's still got a clue, which he'll probably need to use because he's still in the first part of another dimension because he was delayed. Yes, can we get him out of another dimension? We shall see. It's just really annoying that we cannot use Find Gate. But never mind. Hopefully he'll pick it by hook or by crook. He'll be able to manage to pick up a sanity somewhere. But as it stands, he's got to tramp all the way through another dimension. Okay, that's it for Norman. Next up is the movement phase. And here we are at the movement phase. Tommy. Yep, he's going to go back to sunny Arkham. He's got some trading to do. So he just needs to move one to Central Hill. Then he's going to pay $1. And that means he can get the train. And he's going to go up to the train station in Arkham for his second movement point. Let's move up to Arkham and see where he is going to go. And here's Tommy at the train station. For his third movement point, he's going to go for North Side. For his fourth movement point, he's going to go to the Merchant District. And then he's going to exhaust his motorcycle. That gives him 2 movement points, but he only needs 1 because he is going to Rivertown. So he's going to hang out in Rivertown. And that is it for his movement. Next up is Zoe Samaras. And here we are with Zoe. She's in Uptown, but not for long. She's going to use 1 movement and she's going to Miskatonic University. Yes, fight time. So first things first, she's going to take on the skeleton. You can choose which one that you attack first, and she's going to attack the skeleton. The reason is it's the easiest, and it will also be her 5th monster trophy. So if she actually gets this, she moves up to 5, and then we can find out what her personal story reward was, and that will kick in before we fight the Shoggoth. So, tactics, baby. Okay, we're not going to evade it, so the -2 doesn't matter. And what we are going to do, it's undead and it's physically resistant, but that doesn't affect Zoe whatsoever because of her special ability, and the undead will actually help us out when we do the horror check. So it's -1 on the horror check. We shoved her will up, which is good. So her will's now at 4. So that is 3 dice, but she's got the cross, and it is an undead. So we get +1 to the horror check. And we also get +3 if the opponent is undead. But I don't think that the +3 to the combat kicks in. I think it's just the horror checks because she's not actually holding it. So it doesn't apply to the combat. So dice, she's going to get 3 dice. 1, 2, 3. +1 to the horror checks, remember. She's blessed. And that's rubbish. We've failed again. Oh, with blessed dice. These dice are rubbish. So we're going to take another 3 dice. And, well, not 3. We're going to take 1. Yeah, if we got a 3, we get 1s and 2s. So she's got to spend a final clue. This is rubbish. I was hoping to keep this for the Shoggoth. So try again. Single die. And it's a 2 again. So, Zoe, what are you doing to me, baby? That's mega crap. So, she's lost her sanity because she's failed that horror check. So, she's only got 1 left now. Bloody hell. So much for blessed dice. And we move on to the combat check. So, that's -1. But we're rolling a whole shed load of dice now. We've got the fetch stick at 7. She's got 1 fight this time, so it is 8 dice. And she's not gonna use skull crackers for this one. Yeah, it's just for 1 combat check. We'll save that for the Shoggoth. So we're at 8. We get the alien device, which puts it up to 10, and we lose 1, so 9 dice, and we need 2 successes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're going to get a load of 1s and 2s again. We shall see. And we got 3 successes. But, God, look at these dice. Oh. So, we did kill it. And we get a monster stand back. So, she gets this as a trophy, the skeleton. And she's succeeded in her personal story, as we shall see. Pass. If Zoe has 5 or more monster trophies, place a Grim Harvest in place. So this happens straight away as soon as she gets 5. And there it is, a Grim Harvest. I have worked your will and brought ruin to your enemies. Zoe's maximum sanity is increased by 1. She immediately gains 1 sanity and +1 fight. That's good, because she needs that sanity back. So a sanity is now 4. She gets 1 of them back to get her to 2. And she's got +1 fight. So she's now got 2 fight. Excellent. So she's passed that. Put that back on a player tray. The success side up. And now we've got to take the Shoggoth on. So let's turn it over and have a look at him. So physically resistant, but we can ignore that because it's Zoe. Nightmarish 1, so we are going to lose at least 1 sanity, but we've got -1 on our test. We've got to pass it this time, because if we don't pass it, we take 3 sanity damage and we end up in Arkham Asylum, gone bonkers. So this time we'll take these 6s and this 4. Those are the ones we'll use, and all the other ones we'll get rid of. And we've got to hope that we're going to get a 4 or better. Come on. A 5. Whew. Only just. I'm going to have to swap. I've got a load of other blue dice. I think I'm going to swap the ones that I've picked out, because these are rubbish. Okay, so at least we've passed that. Nightmarish, so we do lose 1 sanity anyway, so it was a good job we got a sanity off her passing her personal story, so we've still got a single sanity left. Now, we've got to get 3 successes here. -1. And unlike last time when we rolled 9, was it? 12? No, we rolled 10, didn't we? Let's just add it up again. So, I've got the fetch stick again, so that's 7. She's got 2 fight now, because she gets a +1 from Grim Harvest, so that is 9. She's going to use Skull Crackers, which is 10. Alien Device is going to put her up to 12. -1, that is 11 dice. Minus another 1, because of bloody heat wave. We're alright against the skeleton, because we got 3 successes anyway. But I rolled 1 dice too many against the skeleton, but we'll leave it because we got 3 successes, so we'd have passed it anyway. If I got 1 success, I'd have re-rolled it, but seeing as we got 3 successes, we'll let it go. So 12 -1, 11, 10 dice because of heat wave. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, come on. 3 successes, please. Oh, and that's more like it. So we got a shed load of successes there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've killed the Shoggoth, and she has got another monster trophy. So she's now got 6, and she has got a gate trophy as well. She can start blessing some people, but first of all, yeah, she really needs to get some sanity back. But yes, after that awful start with that first horror check, we've managed to muddle through there. So she's killed 2 of those monsters. We've got 2 monster stands back. We've now got 4, which is good, just in case there's a monster surge. And we should get away with the terror track. Good-o! Right, that is it for her. Next up, it is going to be Agnes. And here we are with Agnes. She's down at the Historical Society. She's got 4 movement points, so 1 to Southside, 2 to French Hill, 3 to Rivertown. So she's meeting up in Rivertown with Tommy And they are going to trade while she goes past. And what are they going to trade? Well, he's going to give her the Dread Curse of Azathoth. And he's also going to give her the Healing Stone. Now, the Healing Stone is exhausted, but you can only use it during the upkeep phase anyway. So by the time we get to the next upkeep phase, it'll be refreshed and she can use it. Okay, so those go across to Agnes. She is much better placed for using that Dread Curse of Azathoth than Tommy is. Great news. And she's got one movement point left, and yes, she's going in the Black Cave, and she's going to pick up these 2 clues. This now gives her 4 clues. Great stuff. And she just needs one more, and then she can seal a gate, hopefully. Right, that's it for Agnes. Next up is Norman. And here we are with Norman. Straightforward for him. He's going into the second part of Another Dimension. Okay, that's it for the movement phase. Next up is the Arkham encounter phase. And here we are at the Arkham encounter phase, and we're going to be able to do this in one shot. Save myself some editing time. Yes, Tommy, he doesn't have an encounter. He's in a street area, Rivertown, and we've got Zoe here. She doesn't have an encounter either because she's also in a street area. So we move on to Agnes, who's in the Black Cave, and that is a Rivertown encounter. So we get the Rivertown deck, and we'll give it a cut as we normally do, and let's see what's going on in the Black Cave once I put it the right way up. You are attacked by a shadowy being, but a large man leaps out of the darkness and drives it off. He introduces himself as Tom Mountain Murphy. Make a luck -2 check. Ooh. Right, luck -2 we could do with him as an ally. Allies are always good, assuming he's in the deck. Her luck is 1. So we fail. Is it worth spending a clue on it? Is it worth spending a clue on it? I'm just checking if we've got any clues in easy reach. You know what? It isn't. We're going to keep... Oh, I'd really like him as... but I'd really like him as a... I'm just checking all of her stuff just to see if she can get a roll from anywhere, but I don't think she can. No, I'd have really liked him as an ally as well, but no. We're not going to do it, which means bloody luck roll. Damn it. Or discard a whiskey card, but we haven't got that either to pass automatically. If you pass, he joins your investigation. Take his ally a card. If you fail, nothing happens. Right, so he just helps us out, and then he's left the cave. But at least nothing bad happened. I would have liked to have rolled to have him as an ally, though. That's in. Mind you, we'll just check the cards. Was he in there anyway? Anna Caslow, Eric Coates, Sir William Brinton, Sir John Lagrasse. He was as well. Damn! I won't look at him too closely because I know he's a good card and it'll just annoy me. Okay, that is it for the Arkham encounter phase. Nice and quick this time, seeing as 2 of our investigators are in street locations. That leaves the Otherworld encounter phase, so let's see how Norman gets on. And here we are with Norman, all colours on Another Dimension. So just take out the huge deck. We'll give it a cut, even though it's a ridiculously sized deck. And it'll be whatever's on the top, because it's any colour. And then I could struggle to put this back in my homemade card holder. I'm going to have to make another one that's slightly bigger. Right, anyway. And now I can't pick this up. up because it's too shiny. There we go. So we get a green one. City the Great Race says Celiano. We wanted another dimension. So it's other. You find some valuable items that you can sell back in item. Gain $3. That's alright. That'll do. Woohoo! A decent card. We love it. So we'll give him $3. That puts him up to 4. Excellent news. $4, baby. Yeah. Right. That is it for Norman. That's it for the Otherworld encounter phase. All that leaves is, oh yes, it's the laugh and the chuckle phase. And here we are at the laugh and the chuckle phase. So, a laugh and a chuckle card. Let's see what we get. Another headline, horrifying sight, doesn't sound good. We get a gate at Wizard's Hill, except we don't because we've already got one, which means we get a monster surge. So, that is 4 monsters, I believe. So, yeah, we've got what a gate there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5. Oh, it's 5. We don't get one of those because it didn't open. It's not a gate surge, so that is okay. And but we do get a monster surge. Get rid of the gates. Don't need those. And we will need those for the rifts. And get those. Right, bit of a brain fade. I think it's 5 monsters. I'm just going to check. Yes, I'm back. It is 5. Yeah, with it being Wizard's Hill, it threw me, you know, in Arkham and all that sort of stuff. But it doesn't matter where the gates are. It is going to be 5. And these can pretty much turn up everywhere. How many stands have I got? One's going to go into, obviously, Wizard's Hill. So the other 4 are going to go in Arkham. So none of these are going to go in the outskirts. So it's going to be busy for Zoe. First one, because this is the gate that was going to open and didn't. This is going to Wizard's Hill. Okay, a buy a key. Circular monster. -2 to evade. It shrieked and flapped its wings. I thought of the empty shell of a beetle and the soft loam of rotting earth. It cocked its carapaced head at me, black teeth clicking against each other. Yeah. So -1 on a sanity check or lose a sanity, +0 on a combat check or lose 2 stamina, but it's only 1 toughness. And I think this is probably going to end up in the sky, but we'll put it on here for the time being. Buy a key at Wizard's Hill. Could have done with that being in Arkham. Never mind, okay. Because it's going to fly to the sky anyway, so it's probably going to end up in Arkham anyway. And next one, let's get really deep to the bottom. Where's this going to go? Graveyard. A witch. So -1 to evade. Circle monster, black border. She's magically resistant. She was lovely and terrible all at once. A strange light shone in her eyes as she chanted, "Aya, Aya, Shub Niggurath, the goat with 1,000 young." No horror check. Just the job for Zoe. 1 toughness and -3 on the combat check or lose 2 stamina. But that's okay. I think we can take this out. No problem. So we'll pop that up at the graveyard. Just a place for a witch to be hanging out. And so that's 2 monsters. Third monster is right in at the bottom again. Oh, another skeleton. Well, we've just seen them because we just killed one. Orange border means it's aquatic. Where's this going to go? I should have said where it's going to go. But I've been making my way down the board. You can see what I've been doing. So it is going to be the unnameable. Then it's going to be the science building. Then it's going to be the woods. So the science building gets another skeleton. That's where the last skeleton came. All the skeletons coming out of the woodwork in a science building. So that's 3. Our 4th is... Whoop. A dole. Doles are bad. -1 to sneak past, circular monster, black border, physically resistant, magically resistant, but we don't care, we've got Zoe. Nightmarish 1 though, overwhelming 1. -1 on the horror check, or you lose 4 sanity. -3 on the combat check, or you lose 4 stamina. And it's got 3 toughness. And where's that going? That is going... Oh no, the skeleton went to the unnameable. Sorry. It's the unnameable that's a bit further up. This is going to the science building. This is bad. Why? Because this is really difficult to kill. And Zoe can't take it on at the moment because she hasn't got enough sanity. And it's blocking the science building. And we've got loads of trophies that we could do with handing in at the science building to get some clues. But with that dole bloody camped out there, that's going to cause us real problems. Okay, our final monster is going to the woods. Again, right to the bottom. And we get a maniac. In fact, Tommy could deal with this because he's got the handcuffs, which means it's an automatic pass. Anyway, going to the woods. -1 to sneak past. Moon monster. The terror level is at least 6, nowhere near that. Maniac's fight rating increases to 2. His combat damage increases to 3 stamina, and he gains endless. Well, none of that at the moment. No horror check. Again, great for Zoe. Only 1 toughness, and it's actually you get +1 fight dice. And he only does 1 stamina damage if you fail. That'll do. So apart from the dole, we've done okay there. Let's just hang on while I sort out this. There you go, at last. So he's at the woods. There's a maniac in the woods. A maniac. Right, that is it for all the monsters. Put this back here. And we get a clue. So a clue goes to Gardener's Place. Gardener's Place has got a shed load of clues now. It's got 3. We do need to get somebody up there. Might get Agnes up there. Pick that up. The only problem is, actually, if we give her the motorcycle. Yeah, if we trade the motorcycle with Tommy, who's right here, that gives an extra, that'll give us 6 movements. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She can only get to Village Commons, but yeah, we might do that. I'll have a think about that in the interim. And we've done the clue, so now it is monster movements. We'll move the monsters. Circles move on white. So that's the dole moving. Oh, straight into the Miskatonic University streets. And we can't even fight her with Zoe because Zoe would go insane. So Zoe's going to have to try and evade that, unfortunately, which is totally contrary to Zoe's, you know, reason for being. But yeah, as it stands, she would go insane fighting the dole because of its what is it, nightmarish ability. Oh, if she actually had 2 sanity, then I'd go for it. But she's gonna have to like sidestep it. Other movement. Oh, Wizard Whately moves to East Town, which is good. He's a circular monster. Good thing about that is he leaves the Arkham Asylum open. The Witch moves into Rivertown. So Tommy will have to take the Witch on. And anything else move? The Warlocks are circles, but they don't move. The buyer key is a circle. It flies round Blackwoods country. There's nothing there, so it ends up coming to the sky. So we've got 2 Magos and a buyer key in the sky. I don't think it goes to the outskirts. I'm going to have to check that, because it was at Wizard's Hill. Essentially, it's come onto the Arkham board, sort of. I'll just check. I think it stays in the sky and doesn't count to the monster limit. But I'll check that before next turn. And if anybody knows, just put it in the comments. But I can't remember off the top of my head. And I want to get on with the turn. And we can always get it correct for next turn. So that's over there. And actually, do all these sky monsters move? Are they all circles? They're all circles. And we've got... oh! That means they're all going to come down, because we've got people in the streets. So I think what we'll do is she'll get a Mago. Tommy will get a Mago. And she'll get a buyer key as well. But I'll check the buyer key, just in case it actually goes to the outskirts. I don't think it does. I think we are going to have to fight it. And, oh, that's bad. That is bad. Probably have to evade. I don't want to evade these. I want to kill them. And if that dole wasn't there, I would kill it. The other things are... oh, good job we killed the Shoggoth. That'd have moved. We've got a square movement. Well, that's the Loigor. It doesn't move. That's up in Wizard's Hill. Instead of moving all investigators in this or any adjacent locations, there's nobody in adjacent locations. So we can just ignore it. We need to pick out a rift token. And where's this going? Is that the 7th house on the left again? It is. 7th house on the left. And it's going to... Bob. Circle. Square diamond. White circle, isn't it? Yeah, so... oh! Second rift has now got 3 on it. So we may well have a rift coming out. This monster movement has really stuffed us. We got a load of circle monsters that we've pulled out of the bag, and now they've... and we had a load of circle monsters in the sky as well. And now they've caused us horrendous problems. So it's going to be a lot of fighting next turn, or a lot of evading. We shall see. Right, so that's all the monster movement and the rift token. As mentioned, the Warlock, we don't have to roll for it. A gate didn't open, so he's going to stay where he is. Horrifying sight headline. The first player must choose 1 investigator, even himself. That investigator loses 3 sanity. Oh! Who's going to lose 3 sanity? There's only one who can lose 3 sanity. And that's Tommy Muldoon, because he's got 6. So he is indeed going to pick himself. But yes, he's been confronted by a witch, and a Magos flew down into Rivertown. So horrifying sight indeed. Hasn't bothered Zoe, she's nuts anyway. So yeah, 3 sanity. Oh. Right, so that is it for the laugh and the chuckle phase. How did that go? Well, it went fine until the monster surge. It's just the monsters. And even then, I'm not too bothered. Apart from, she's only got 1 sanity, Zoe. If she had her full 4 sanity now, because she's got an extra sanity through completing a personal story, well, I wouldn't be bothered at all. She'd be taking them on, I mean, I think she can kill the Byakhee, and I think she can kill the Mygo. It's just that dole will send her insane because it's nightmarish. So what she might do is, I'm assuming the Byakhee stays on the board here, kill these two, and then she might try and evade that guy. And but even if she does that, the turn after, she'll still be at the Miskatonic University streets because she can't move because she'll have fought these two. And yeah, she won't be, and she'll have to evade again because she's still only got a single sanity, which is not a great use of her, really. Unless I can get somebody else in there to, like, kill them. But again, the only person who could sort of get there to kill them is Tommy. And Tommy's got problems of his own. He's going to have to kill the witch and the Mygo, which I think he can manage. He's got the Athame, hasn't he? And she's, I think, it's the witch, got some sort of resistance. Magical resistance, so the Athame will give him a +3. And the Mygo was pretty easy anyway. But with them being where they are, it means Agnes is trapped. So Tommy is going first. So assuming he can kill all those, we'll leave him there. Then Agnes should be able to get past him. And she can get up to Arkham Asylum now. Because we've got that funky little road here that she can use to get round the Wizard Whately. And yeah, she can get into Arkham Asylum. But it does mean Tommy's going to have to kill both of those. The real problem is Zoe. The real problem is Zoe. Norman is coming out next turn. And he's coming out of the graveyard. So he's going to be blocked in as well. He hasn't got the wherewithal to shut that gate. So that's a bit of a bummer. So, but at least he's not coming out and the witch is there waiting for him. She did actually move. So that's good. You know, the witch moving is good. The only other fly in the ointment now is these rifts. Because we've got 3 rifts. The second rift here has got 3 tokens on it. So we're going to have to hope that that doesn't fill up. Because it's going to be a while before Tommy can get back down to Kingsport to sort those out. Oh yes, I've certainly got a lot to think about. Okay. And of course the other problem is Heatwave. Assuming I remember it in time next turn, that is -1 to fight checks, which isn't helping us. And damn it. So it's going to be a very interesting turn next turn. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the views. Thank you for all the subscriptions, for all the likes and the dislikes. And most of all, for all of your help and support. Thank you very much. Anybody who's been to Board Game Links to upvote the site, thank you. And exactly the same for anybody who's liked the video threads over at BGG, made a comment over there, Drop Geek Gold, anything of that ilk. Thank you so much. Again, if I've made any errors, please let me know. Let me know about the Byakhee as well, even though I'll check it in a minute. It'll probably flash up when I do editing, whether it's actually there or not. I think it is. But any other errors, please let me know and I will try and fix them for next time. But other than that, that is the end of episode 9. And I hope you join me for episode... No, it's the end of episode 10, isn't it? No! The end of episode 10. And I hope you join me for episode 11. Until then, this is me, Catweazle, saying toodaloo.